Because a lot of things now, implementation is now a key one. The passage, process is perhaps over now, but in terms of the implementation, one would be wondering, does the APC put in place a realistic template in achieving these goals and promises at the campaigns?
Personally, I'm one person who likes to give everyone an opportunity. Fortunately, we have the next couple of months to see, before the next budget, to see what we're able to achieve with this. And I believe that the APC, as I said, they have a lot of very good hands. And once they are pushed onto the field, everybody wants to perform.
They have good ends, Chief Momodu. They have good ends, but as it reflected, the activities of this government, as it reflected the good hands that they have?
They functioned before the budget. Now that we have the budget, then we have to see what they can do with the money.
But the plans of the government, based on what is being transmitted in that budget, does it reflect the aspirations of Nigerians?
Well, I remember Chief Moshood Abiola used to tell us that there are times when you don't sew your clothes according to what is available, according to your size, but according to what is available. Nigeria must operate a shoestring budget at this moment. That is just the reality. The government today has not been fortunate in terms of the resources available to it. So whatever is available is what they will have to manage. But I can assure you that we have enough in that budget to make a difference.
Really?
Especially if we blow
a 6 trillion budget for about 180 million people.
No, it's okay. You see, if we can block the drain pipes, something tangible, trust me, it's only in Nigeria that you hear about billions. You want to do a gate, billion. You want to do a chair, billion. Trust me, even at today's value, it's a lot of money. And when you have a very careful, prudent leader like President Buhari, I can tell you, I interact, I'm not in their party, but I interact with a lot of APC operatives. I can tell you, nobody wants to cross the path of President Buhari. Everybody right now, I don't know if stealing is going on or not. I have no capacity to know, but I can tell you that talk to anybody in APC today. It's not business as usual.
But a lot of people have criticized the president that he's not a politician and he's not been playing politics.
Politics could be dangerous sometimes.
But,
because politicians, especially the way they are configured in Nigeria, they've been used to a system whereby put the money on the table, okay, let's discuss and negotiate. But with Buhari, there is no negotiation. In fact, the way someone put it is that the atmosphere will not be conducive. I don't see how anybody will walk into Buhari's office and be negotiating deals with him. It's impossible.
The goodwill was there, and it went on for a long time after the APC government came into power. But don't you think that the party has lost the steam and the goodwill is now far-fetched?
You see, life is a graph. It goes up and down. You see, if you know the Yoruba saying, you see, in life, those who are abusing them today, oh, they are useless, they are this, they are that. Tomorrow, if they see action, trust me, human memory is very short.
Chief Momodu, a lot of, when APC said we want to bring change to Nigeria, do you see that happening? Has that been happening?
Oh, yeah, if you look at what I just mentioned in terms of people's attitude, because the first thing towards salvation is for you to admit to yourself that you are a sinner and you want to change your ways of life. I can tell you that today things are changing in that direction. People are more careful. Even if they will steal, they cannot do it so openly and brazenly the way they've always done. And that's, for me, is a major plus for Buhari. All right.
The party seems to be learning and thinking about what has happened to them in this 2016 budget. The Senate president has been talking about what must be done ahead of 2017. A lot of people have said, look, it seems like a child who fell and looks forward and saying, okay, how will this not happen in the future? The Senate president at the budget signing event at the Aso Villa to journalists about the 2017, and in fact that they will be on the neck of the executive in the implementation of the budget. Let's take a listen to the Senate President.
I think we've shown again that despite the challenges, we can come together and work as a government, that we all have the interests of the people that have put us here. And I think we should look at the good side and more, and we forge ahead.
Well, he's looking at forging ahead, but there is another thing he said just after the meeting that they had at the signing event, where he talked about the 2017 and what the executive must be doing to prepare for the 2017 year.
The fact that the process will start earlier, don't forget that this is government only came in May of last year. We have a long time now to prepare. The government is in place. All the people who are newly appointed, those in National Assembly, all in place. So I'm sure it will not be like this.
Very well. It will not be like this. That's what a lot of Nigerians are hoping that it will start. The budget minister has also said that the process for the 2017 budget has commenced, and they will work to make sure that it doesn't get this kind of delay. But what is the major lesson politically and in terms of governance that we've learned in this process of the passage of the 2016 budget?
It's about planning and synergy. You see, if there is one thing that you find elsewhere, whether in Europe or in America, is that they plan ahead. What they want to do or achieve in 50 years, someone is already thinking about it, working on it, and hoping that before then they can actualize it. Synergy means unity. They must find a way to come together as a party, and sometimes you even have to reach out to the other parties in the National Assembly to ensure that you don't play unnecessary political. If you look at America now, you will see that even the selection of a Supreme Court judge is being politicized, and it happens everywhere. But Nigeria at the moment is bleeding, and we must do everything to stop that. Otherwise, we will all perish.
Look at what is happening at the National Assembly at the moment. The APC, as it were, a lot of people would think that maybe the party needs some form of purging. How
do you purge a political party?
I mean, because a lot of people have said it's just the same. The same former PDP members who have come. There's really nothing different about the party in terms of ideology. There's really no difference.
Yeah, I was going to use that word, ideology. That's why some of us didn't join either PDP or APC. I'm a member of National Conscience Party. I was in Labour, and I thought NCP and Labour are identical in terms of ideology. But the reality in Nigeria today is that such does not exist between the two leading political parties. So yeah, it's just a combination of different people from different backgrounds, different political parties, but similar ideology. I don't even think an average Nigerian knows the difference between the manifesto of APC and that of PDP. That's the truth. So for now, they will have to live together as husband and wife. Sometimes when husband and wife come together, they discover that there are differences between them, but they just have to manage. Otherwise, the marriage will collapse.
You see the PDP coming back into prominence in 2019?
If APC fumbles, yes, that's possible. So that's why I believe that they must be on their toes, they must do everything, because, you see, human beings are very funny. In just a split second, people can change. I saw a picture last week of the former president, Jonathan, going to a restaurant in London, somewhere, I think, on Old Kent Road. And people flooded, people wanted to take pictures with him. People forget so soon. Especially if the people in control now don't show enough seriousness. But I pray that we will not waste this opportunity. If anyone who wishes Nigeria well should pray for Buhari. Yes, because if he fails, then I don't know what else we're going to do. We've tried the so-called bad people. Now we have a good man. So we should not become Abiku Sologundeke. Abiku is an Ogbanje who goes and comes.
Thank you so much. Former presidential candidate of the NCP, Chief Dele Momodu, talking to us. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you, Shehu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, on a final note, Nigeria is no doubt a unique country with a people at times too complex to study, some people have said, but so gifted to be the world's greatest assemblage of humans. When we wonder why on earth Nigeria should experience, for example, fuel scarcity, food shortage, lack of electricity and unemployment, the nation is at a crossroad, isn't it? The clarity of the journey may not be obvious, but what is evident is the fact that we cannot afford to miss the road again. Our leaders are now more than ever before and must make the right decisions at the right time and no chance for failure. Strong leadership is perhaps Nigeria's biggest commodity in demand. The budget is passed, but the big question is how will it meet the aspirations of millions of Nigerians? Well, thank you so much. That's our show for today. On behalf of the team, I'm Sean Wakimbale. Bye for now.